There we go. Hail, everybody. I don't know if this is working. What do you think? Any idea? Is anyone there? I don't know if this is working or not working. It might be. It might.
Just need some information first.
Exactly. No. Okay. That's really weird. What happened? It says we're live. There we go. So let's see what happened. There you go. We're live. We're live. I hear it. We're live. There we go. All right. That was scary. Oh, so anyway, handling the sun. I had a little Internet Explorer. We were just bitching about it, and then all of a sudden it took a shit, and it started over again. So there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Smell the Glove. We're live.
Do you use Internet Explorer?
I do. You know why? Because Spreaker does not work well with Chrome.
Oh, all right. I take that back.
Yeah, I do.
Don't mind me.
No. It's I have Chrome all over the place. It just does not work. When I use I didn't download the whole mixer thing. I just do it right from the interface, and the interface and Chrome doesn't work well. So, at least not for me. So,
okay.
I don't know if that actually means anything.
I take that back.
No problem. So here we go. We're hunting for 4 in a row. We're live. I'm going to go ahead and tweak this out. So I don't know if anyone even knows we're here, but eventually it'll happen. And we got Rev. We got Rev asking me about Internet Explorer. And by the way, Hail, Chris. Haven't seen you in a while. How you been?
Hail. I'm all right.
At 8th Throckmorton. Making it.
That's all right.
At 8th Throckmorton 1. Live now. There you go. So,
from Castle Milk, Georgia.
From Castle Milk, Georgia, coming you from Myrtle Milk, South Carolina. Rev, where are you at?
Yes.
Perth and Milk.
Randall.
Perth Castle Milk.
I just cracked the bottle of Jameson.
Oh!
I'm catching up to speed.
Nice. Catch up to speed. I had a little wine earlier, so I don't know if that's going to work for me or not work for me.
I'm stone cold sober.
Is it?
Yeah, I am. I don't know about y'all, but I'm stone cold sober. I haven't had supper, nothing.
Gotcha.
Just full of piss and vinegar.
That's important.
It is.
That's important.
But my brand of piss and vinegar is sometimes not always pleasant. But
no. It doesn't have to be. Sometimes it can be fun.
No.
Piss and vinegar can be fun. It depends on what kind of movies you're into.
Well, that's true.
Okay, this is a podcast about what? The music being fucked up threw me off, so I don't know what the hell we're doing here. What are we doing here? Anyone?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here? Almost like I feel like I need Paul to help straighten this shit out. Bring us back. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so there's a little matter of a game coming up this weekend. Considering we will play them, we played them 3 times. We will play them 3 more times. Isn't that kind of odd? I mean, I guess when was the last time we played them that many times? You guys remember?
2012. 10. We played them 7 times.
Was it?
Right.
Was that the year? Wait a minute. Was it? Were you sure? Was it 10 or was it 11?
Might have been 11.
Was that the year of the Bruni?
Before they went bust.
That was the year of the Bruni, wasn't it? When he had that score, that left footer, and we played them and then tied them and then played them again.
The Bruni and
2011.
I think it was all that year.
2011.
Okay.
Yeah. I was wondering if that was the year. I know we played them a bunch of times, but Jesus Christ, 6 times already. Anyway, so we have all this coming along. We'll deal with them later. But I got some good news for you. I was listening to Brendan today talk on his what would you call it, his press conference. Thank you. Woof. Wow, man. And he said, "You got right. Tom Rogic is back training."
That's awesome to hear.
That is awesome to hear. Not like we didn't need that or nothing. Jesus Christ. You know what it made me think of, though? It made me think of the fact that, this team is relatively deep considering they've played as well as they have, missing him for quite a while.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, we've been on a form that it's hard to match, and then you start thinking about it, like, we haven't had Rogic in the lineup since when? Like first part of December?
When did he get hurt? Wasn't it January he got hurt? No, it was December. Yeah, you're right. Yep, because Darren O.D. hit him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, to go back to, I mean, December was brutal enough as it was, with just the amount of matches that Celtic played, and you go back and think about it, like, we haven't had Tom Rogic since then.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And we've been in the form that we have. I mean, the better gets better.
Kicking ass and taking names. Who's next? Right. Who wants some next? Rev, what do you think? You think you like the idea of Roger coming back and then putting a GMS on the bench for a little while?
I like cycling out players. I mean, you play who's in form, but at the same time, you don't want to burn them out.
Right. So we put Rogic in.
But for GMS, although I wouldn't say he's been playing too well.
No, he didn't play well. He didn't play the last game. Yeah. Did you hear his comments about the last game? About Brendan, what he said about the last game? We can start this early. What he meant to say. Brendan said, the kid played really well. It just wasn't going to happen for him. He could play 100 minutes today, and nothing was going to go right for him.
Yeah.
What do you think he meant to say? Did he say exactly what he meant to say, or you want to add anything to that?
You mean in like your game of what did he mean to say?
Yeah.
Really? I'm trying to think of something really. I can't tell him about it.
Should we just go ahead and just go right to the end and say who's going to win and move on? If it wasn't for the fact that Brian's driving, Brian tweeted me and asked me late last week, are we going to do a show? And I was like, we'll try and get one Thursday. He said, good. And he's asked me tonight. He goes, are we going to get a show? He's apparently got to drive a couple hundred miles tonight. And he said, good, because I need something to keep me awake and strong coffee. So, if it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't be on tonight. But we did it for him. So, Rev, play the game with me. What do you think he meant to say exactly what he said? What the fuck was that? Oh my God, you scared the shit out of me. All right. I don't know if you guys are listening or not, or why. Probably no one's listening, but oh my God. All right, so I'm sitting here with a couple screens open, and all of a sudden I get a bald Rev holding a Jameson can. He scared me. I was like, what the fuck is that? We're going to tweet that out. That's good.
All right.
That's good.
I don't know. I think that's close enough what he meant to say. I mean, for the sake of the game, sit down, kid. Today ain't your day.
Today's not your day. Yeah, it happens. It happens. He's played well, though, don't you think? Recently?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think there's definitely a segment of fans who just, no matter what, just don't like him.
Right.
I tend to give him, I cut him some slack. I don't expect a lot from him either. But when he plays all right, I'm like, hey, he had a good game, so when he has a bad game, it's like, yeah, whatever, no big deal. Wasn't expecting a whole lot to begin with, so there you go.
Right. There was a old replay of a short highlights on Celtic TV this week about Celtic. Chris, do you see it? It was Celtic against Dundee United from 2013, and
I did, yeah.
GMS scored in that game. Played relatively well in that game. It was interesting to see. He plays in that team. There was no Armstrong in that team. He played right in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, I don't want to say that I've been harsh on him, but there was a what's the right word? There was a different vibe when he got taken off, and Patty came on, and there was a definite spark that wasn't there before, and that's the only time that you really notice that type of play is when it's sluggish, and he's not connecting on things, and then all of a sudden you take him off, and then you put Patty Roberts on, and then it's an entirely different match.
Right.
I mean, it's night and day. So, I mean, yeah, I'm up for cutting him a little bit of slack, but at the same time, like, I mean, he has not, wowed me this season.
No.
And I'm not saying that he wowed me before, but I mean, I feel like his consistency has gone down.
I think his consistency is a lot better than last year, considering the team's playing a lot better.
Correct.
But he has been a little bit up and down. Yeah, I'll give you that. So, let me ask you this, because I'm curious about, because now that you brought in the change, when it changed, were you guys watching the game when they, I guess they changed it at halftime, right? Is what I saw.
I think it was later. Yeah.
No, they changed at halftime, didn't they?
No.
Yes. They took him off at halftime.
I don't think so.
You're going to make me look now.
Yeah, look that shit up, man.
I'm telling you, I could have sworn they took him off. Hold on. I'm pretty sure Scottish Cup, St. Mirren 4-1, lineups, Gary Mackay, Steven. Yeah, 45, yep. They took him off for 46, yep. They switched him off at halftime. Yep, and then Griffiths came on in 54th minute for Nir Baton, and then Kawase Ibue came on for Armstrong 77. So, were you watching the game?
I am corrected.
Were you watching the game live, Chris?
Yeah.
I don't believe I was. I think I was on a replay.
You were in the cone of silence?
Well, yeah, until I woke up. I mean, look, I'm gonna be brutally honest here. I mean, as much as I want to be up at,
the crack of
whatever, if I have a chance to sleep until at least 8:30 or so, some days I take that, and I mean, I'm not, whatever, but like I just don't get on my phone. I don't look at any social media or anything, and then when the match is over with, I go ahead and fire it up. And then by that time I've had breakfast and whatever.
That's a working man's early day. 7:30.
I mean, it is, but shit. Saturday or Sunday where I get to sleep in just an hour or two
is worth it. Oh yeah,
kind of a big deal. It's the way I like to let my balls hang, I guess.
TMI. So Rev, you watched it live. So could you feel a palpable change in the stadium when that happened?
Yeah, no, I mean, and you know, our play, you know, in the second half was a lot better, a lot more fluid. I mean, the corners even were a lot better. You know, it's mad cliche to say, you know, Taylor two halves and all that, but it really was like, this is like that classic, you know, cliche example of that.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I got up. I had to work at 8, and it was scary because I was presenting in a 2-hour class that started at 8:00 in the morning. Obviously, the game started at 7:30, so I'm driving to the event, and I'm trying to watch my phone as I'm driving. You know, trying to watch the game as I'm driving. I almost drove off the road when they fucking scored. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, so I get to the event, I get started, and I put my phone off. And I'm trying to actually moderate an event with another speaker. I'm the moderator for the event. And every 2 minutes, I'm like checking the score. And he asked me a question. I was like looking at the screen going, it's the 55th minute. We're still down 1-0. I'm thinking, holy shit, we're going to fucking lose. I'm like throwing a fit inside myself. And the guy asked me a question. So, Dr. John, what are you doing? I'm like, what? I'm like, what? What do you ask? What? Oh, sorry. Yes. And about, I was totally engrossed in looking at live score. You keep hitting refresh to catch the score as this guy's talking to me. I was not fucking paying attention one bit. Not one bit. And then, you know, would they score like the 60th minute? Right? Wasn't that it?
Just like right before they scored twice in a minute's time, like around the 60th minute.
Yeah. So
like
59, 59, 68. Yeah, up until that point in time, or 58. Up until that point in time, I'm freaking out because I can't see the game. I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what to do. Because I'm ready to go ahead and buy my goddamn ticket to go to Hampton and go ahead and get a treble on. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm using miles. But I'm trying to figure out, like, what the fuck's going on? I'm literally freaking out the entire time. Thank God I wasn't watching. I probably would have thrown something to the TV. But, Chris, did you get that same feeling watching it late? Or were you kind of cool?
Like an hour and a half after.
Yeah. Did you know the score?
Yeah. I mean, no, I didn't know anything, and I mean, I guess that's what I'm saying is like, you know, I literally wake up and do what I got to do, and then by the time, you know, I get breakfast and everything in, and everything, I fire up the laptop, and it's you know, the first half is up on TV, and then I just go ahead and start it, and it's like I just woke up, and you know, I've been Celtic TV to me. I don't let Celtic TV bend me.
All right.
I mean, I pay for the subscription. I watch it when I want to. So I mean, you know, I don't know the score or anything. You know, I'm not like addicted or anything to social media, so it's not a big deal. But I mean, that's the way I can wake up and relax, and you know, a little bit before I'm firing up the laptop to watch it. But yeah, no, there was a definite at halftime going into it, and we're a goal down. There was a definite like, God, is this going to be it? I mean, is this going to be the thing that, you know, stops us or whatever? And you know, I think it was on the Ball Boy show. They even pointed out, they're like, you know, it would have to be in a cup, because if it was in the league, like, yeah, that would suck. But at the same time, you're like, it's in the league, fuck it, who cares?
Right.
But in a cup, I mean, the cup will cripple you.
Yes.
So, you know, so there was a definite sense of urgency at halftime, and making the switch between GMS and putting Patty Roberts on, and then when Lee Griffiths came in, I mean, it was apparent that we were going for it, because I mean, we scored 2 goals relatively quickly, within a minute.
Right.
And then, after the first goal went in, I said, yeah, we got this. I mean, and that's the thing that, about the team at the moment that you can say without fail is that if we score a goal and we start firing on all of the cylinders, there's no chance of anybody, coming back and late in the match to come back to beat us. Because I think after that first or second goal goes in, I mean, it's game over.
Right. First or second? You mean first and then second?
Exactly. It is exactly blood in the water.
Nice. I want to be that excited. Do you think the palpable certainty of the Celtic fans that you interact with either on Twitter or even this for that matter, does their certainty give you a little bit of a tingle beneath your ball sack that makes you think that something fucked up can happen?
Like in your taint?
Yeah, taint. Yes, taint. Taint. Between the castle and the milk, right there.
Yeah. I would say yeah, probably. I mean, I interact with enough Celtic folks from all over the globe that there's a comfort level, I think, in everybody, and when I hear certain people say certain things, I go, yeah, okay, everything's fine. So I mean, is that kind of what you're saying, or
yeah, like
maybe I misunderstood?
I'll put it this way, Rev, back me up on this. I know you'll back me up 100% of this. When the Yankees played the Marlins in the World Series, I honestly felt there's no way that shitful fucking organization would lose or would beat the Yankees. There's no way the Yankees when Derek Jeter won 5 rings, there's no way. And then Josh Beckett goes out and pitches his fucking ass off. And
right.
The Yankees, Rev, be honest, were you that absolutely tuned into the Yankees are going to pound the Marlins, and then all of a sudden the Marlins, which are a shitful fucking organization, come up with their second ring in history?
Oh yeah, no, I was getting ready because that was whatever year, it was like still high school or something.
2003?
Saving my money for, yeah, 2003. Saving my money for, buy the World Series champion shirt and everything like that. Oh no.
You know who's wearing that champion shirt now, right?
Oh yeah, no. It's
some kid somewhere in South Africa. Yeah, he's got the Yankees World Series T-shirt.
Like after 2001, there's no way that's going to happen again. We got this. Yeah, no. But no, I totally agree. And I'm sure you guys saw, Brendan's comments before the game last week. I think it was before even the midweek game. He came out and said, we're going to lose a game.
Right. They're not robots. Yeah.
Why did you have to say that now? And then the whole time I'm like, this is going to be that game. It's going to be this game against St. Mary's, bottom of the championship. Why now? And then, just out of nowhere, basically, Lustig puts in a goal. And it's just instantly, dark clouds, go away, bright sunny skies, rainbows. It's like, oh, we got this.
Rainbows, unicorns, pixie dust.
Let me turn tables on you then, Doc. Would it be like Steve Spurrier reverse psychology on somebody to be like, yeah, no, we're going to lose a game, blah blah blah, and then to get people to quit, treble.
You know, yeah.
I mean, that's. I mean, if you want to deflect,
that's it.
People
right there.
asking questions on
you just
stuff,
hit it right on the head.
you just be like, no, just. I mean, let's go ahead and squash it. We're going to lose the game. I mean, we can't be perfect all the time.
Right.
But in the back of his head, he's going, all I got to do is I need to make strategic changes
Yes.
to the squad.
Yes.
And do X, Y, and Z, and then the formula that we have and the form that we're in.
Yes.
Then I don't.
Yes, I agree. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. All that is, he knows in that fishbowl of the Glasgow media. He knows for a fact. He knows. He can't say. That's why I started this whole thing of what he meant to say. Because he knows he can't say. I mean, if we were to play the game, we're going to lose at some point in time. What do you think he really meant to say? To me, he's like, we're going to lose a game, like, next year. He just cut himself off. He's like, we might lose sometime in 2017, which was the tweet of the week from yesterday. Someone said the police are worried about Celtic and Rangers playing together in the season being over with that game, so they decided to move the game up to last November, which I thought was fucking hilarious. So the season was over last November. But, right, Chris, you're 100% correct. He is saying what he needs to say at that point in time to get the media to go, oh, okay. And then also to get the rest of the fucking, those fucking Hun bastards who go crazy about everything that he says or anybody says. Like, the whole thing with him saying St. Mirren was the best team he played. Oh, my God, you disrespected Rangers. Dude, no one was talking about you. No one was talking about you. Shut the fuck up and sit in your corner. You're a third-place team. Fuck off.
I think he was probably correct in saying that St. Mirren was the best domestic side that's come to Celtic Park and played Celtic. I mean, they were putting passes together and moving the ball fairly well for that side. I mean, there were times that they were linking up fairly well. So I mean, I don't think that was a stretch for him to say that was the best domestic side that
came Celtic Park to play. Yeah, and I don't think that's a slight on anybody. Listen, Rangers have only played at Celtic Park once, okay? And you got your fucking, if you Huns are listening, you got your fucking ass handed to you. You and take Joey Burton home. You and Joey fucking Gard go home. That's how bad you got your ass handed to you. St. Mirren played a billion times better at Celtic Park. What'd you say, Rev?
No, it was me. I said, but they've got Joey Garner.
They got Joey Garner to sing that stupid fucking song. Fuck me.
Fucking piece of shit.
Anyway, fucking bastards. Anyway, so, it's just...
I have a question.
I agree with you, Rev. I agree with you, Chris. I agree 100%. Go ahead, Rev. What do you say?
And this is the last question because I don't know to compare, so I'm asking. Which do you think is harder, or has been harder for him, dealing with the media here in Scotland or in England doing Liverpool?
Chris, you want to tackle that one first?
Yeah, I'll take a stab at it. I don't want to say that it's harder in Scotland. I think there is a microscope on everything that gets done in England, and there's a wider interest worldwide in the goings on of a inflated EPL, whereas in Scotland the mainstream media is they turn the microscope on themselves. Does that make sense? That they inherently are going to be harder because they don't think that anybody's going to ask those questions and this and the other. And what they don't realize is that Celtic, in case in point, worldwide support, and there are different things that Celtic seem to do, and a different way of carrying themselves with the media. So I think it's different, but maybe not as intense a line of questioning as you would get in England. It's just that it's, the mainstream media is always going to be biased against Celtic in Scotland, and Celtic knows that going into it. So, I mean, as long as there's some prep work going on beforehand, I think Brendan Rodgers, I mean, he's done outstanding with the media. I mean, every time that he does a Sky Sports interview post-match or whatever, I mean, he has been spot on with everything, and you could see all over Neil McCann's face. I mean, he looks like somebody just had shit on him.
Neil McCann's face.
And that's, I guess that's what I'm saying is that they are going to be inherently biased. Therefore, you prep for inherent bias against you. Whereas in England, there was just a microscope on every single move that you make because you're in an inflated English Premier League.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, at least a little bit, because either you're thinking like, him having the job at Liverpool, he's not really going to face, I don't think, so much a bias at Liverpool, but just because it's such a high profile job in a high profile league that that kind of prepared him on some level, at least, for what he would have to deal with here. Because you saw Ronnie, I don't think very much handled the media all that well, and that's just because I don't think he really knew what to expect. And that's he's, for all intents and purposes, an outsider, and that's not really his fault. Lenny was Lenny, and he knew
he didn't do
what he was doing, and that was that.
I'm going to say this. I would say that I'm going to add on top of Chris's things. I'm going to say a couple things. I'd be willing to say that I don't think it's tougher. I don't think it's easier. I'm going to say that what I think it is that it's different. And the reason why it's different is not because of how tough they are, or how much they're into, or he's into, or from here, or can handle them. I think the difference between the two situations is that at Liverpool, it's a big club. I'm not going to say it's bigger or smaller than Celtic. I'm going to say it's probably worldwide, probably the same, if not bigger, due to their media attention that they get. And their fans are just as passionate as anyone else's. I'll give them that, okay?
Right.
The difference is that when he did a press conference, or when anyone does a press conference for Liverpool, if you watch them, it's about Liverpool.
Right.
If he does a press conference here, invariably something comes up where they're asking him about Rangers. And I think that's the difference between the two situations. I don't think they're any different in how hard they are or how difficult they are. I think they're both very, very difficult. I think there's an expected amount of respect you have to give Rangers from the media, or else they're going to turn you into something that they want to turn you into. Even if you tell them, I can't wait to hear what the news report talks about, because apparently this new manager they have, Brendan said, I've never heard of him. So that's going to be like, how dare you, that blah, 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 blah. They turn it into that. I don't see that same outcome or issue that takes place when someone at Liverpool or Manchester United, talk about those things. I don't see them, every comment that a manager at Manchester United makes turned it about, what does Liverpool think? I don't see that there. So I think that's really the big difference.
That was kind of the point with it too, was like, here he has to, with his, like Chris was saying, like, is preparing for, the PR, stuff and press releases and conferences and stuff. That preparing has to be, aware of what he says and how he says it in the context, because something is going to get taken out of context. It's going to be run as the headline. That's going to be, that's going to be the top headline. And then if you actually read the article, it's completely different.
Oh, yeah.
What he actually says.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, that's not at all related to
Yes.
how they're trying to portray it. It's just trying to sell, headlines and
Yes.
make people angry or whatever.
Yes, I've seen that a couple different times. It's been absolutely just out of control how they've dealt with it and dealt with him. So, but here you go. Here's a question for you. Dembele was named Player of the Month for the SPFL, the Spiffle. How can Brendan not be the Manager of the Month every month so far?
You got me.
I'm just curious. How?
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know either. I mean, the Celtic is undefeated domestically this season, and only has one draw. And I mean, how you don't give it to Brendan every single month? I don't know.
I mean, if the goal is to win, right, and you're winning.
I mean, yeah. You have to ask somebody who votes on that or figures that out. But I mean, I think you know the reason why. I mean, because of the zombies across town, and then whatever. I mean, it's the same reason that you're going to see Bobby Madden on Sunday, or at the in the Cup.
Is that what we're going to see? You think?
April.
Has that been announced?
I thought I saw it announced yesterday.
Great. But you know what? Though, you said something really, really interesting. You ready? Let me ask you this: is there any referee you feel comfortable with?
No.
There you go. I was saying when I talk to people, it's like, are you surprised when you squeeze an orange and apple juice comes out? Yes, I am. Okay, I am not surprised when I squeeze an orange and orange juice comes out. So you put these fuckers under pressure, and those Hun bastards are going to go ahead and the truth be told, I mean, James in the chat room saying, are you either tonight, either Sunday or the 22nd, we're going to get a cheap penalty against us, put us down a man early in the game. I honestly believe the only team that can beat us are the guys wearing black. That's it.
That's right.
That's honestly, Liz, I know I get the whole always cheated, never defeated. I hear that. I get it. But I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Has to. But I hope it doesn't.
Real quick.
But go ahead. I'm sorry, Red. Go ahead.
Just go over the last couple managers of the month.
Oh, good.
So I'm looking at it right now. So January, there was none because of the break. December, Brendan Rodgers. November, Robbie Nielsen at Hearts. October, Brendan Rodgers. September, Richie Foran at Inverness.
How'd that go?
And August was Brendan Rodgers. So 3 out of 6.
Right. And then Richie Foran probably got his because he's the only guy to take points off of Celtic?
Maybe.
In September?
Yeah, you have to look at those months, at that time and what the fuck happened. I mean, he's going to get manager of the year. Like, that's, bar none. I can't see how he won't. In November, that was a lock.
Who won it this month? Who won it for February?
February, doesn't say. No, I guess it wasn't awarded yet.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that's yours. I mean, I'm on, the official
Spiffle website.
.co.uk. They have the championship manager, but they don't have the premiership manager. And they have, Mele as the player. So maybe it just wasn't announced yet. I don't know. But yeah, it's not on the website at least.
There's a Wikipedia page for this too, by the way. Yep, August, player, month, manager.
Are you sure it wasn't Warburton?
Ooh. Not announced yet. Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Not announced yet.
So who knows? He might even get it. They're just going to alternate. Every other month he gets it.
How about that? How many times did Ronnie Dyler win it during his time at Celtic?
That's a good question.
Huh. He's won it twice. He won in October last season, and January of last season, but he didn't win it the first year at all.
Wow. Yeah,
hold on, permission. Hold on. Ronnie Dyler won it twice the season before. I was looking at the wrong line. Twice.
Okay.
So he won it 4 times total in 2 years. Meanwhile, Brendan's got 1, 2, 3 already. I hate to go ahead and do that to them, but oh well. Yep, 2 for Ronnie Dyler, and then the season before, Neil Lennon won it 3 times the season before that. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. So, boys, tell me. I have a question for you. We had a little Twitter conversation about the Celtic Barcelona love-in the other day. Personally, I fucking hate Neymar, and he's a cheating, diving cunt. I've posted on Twitter. I'll say it out loud. That's all I have to say about him. I feel like Forrest Gump. That's all I got to say about that. On top of that, Suarez, if there was someone worse than Neymar that I hated, would be him. Because he's another cheating, diving cunt bastard. But that being said, huh? He has stopped biting. He has stopped biting. That's true.
Eating cheating.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, fucking bastard. Anyway, but they did beat PSG 6-1. What and Brendan talked about. Hey, listen. As you can see, anyone can go there. Does that change anything for you? Does that 6-1 against PSG? Does that change anything about that 7-0 loss for you?
You're welcome, Barcelona.
You're welcome, Barcelona. What the fuck? What do you mean you're welcome, Barcelona?
You figure they got put in their pot for their draw due to their ranking in the group stage.
Oh, there you go.
By just kicking our ass.
I mean, they kick your ass. That is correct. Yeah. But does it change that for you at all?
No. I don't really care. I mean,
it's just an ass whipping, and that's just how it is.
Yeah. Like, I mean, only in the sense of, like, they beat the piss out of PSG, so we shouldn't feel so bad that they did it to us.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, misery loves company, but, 7-0, that does change. But that was so long ago that it's kind of been out of my mind, and I'm over it.
I didn't mean to bring it back to you. I'm sorry. But go ahead, Ref.
I do have to say, my favorite joke from the past couple of days was everyone going all crazy about, what an achievement. And it's like, yeah, that's such an achievement. You see Rangers win 54 titles in 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Chris, does it, I know. I'm not going to ask you about the Barcelona love-in because I know exactly where you'll go with that. But does
You don't want to hear it?
Oh, go ahead. So, Chris, tell me, what do you think of the Barcelona love-in?
Fuck them. I mean, and this was a point that I did want to bring up this evening, and it's that probably since I'm going to say December, I have like zero interest in watching other matches. I just like it just doesn't concern me one iota. I haven't we went over to some friend's house yesterday and we watched a replay of the Borussia Dortmund game, but it's because my friend is a Borussia. I mean, he's from Dortmund, so I mean, I'm going to go and hang out with him and watch Dortmund. But besides that, like, I have zero interest in watching any other team at the moment, and it has more to do with watching Celtic. I mean, every single match, midweek, Saturday morning, Sunday mornings, whatever. It does for me. It's like taking in every single football game and one, and then I'm over it. And it's a strange occurrence not to at least have some kind of interest in watching what other matches are going on or whatever. But like honestly, I don't care about any of them. The only team that I have watched consistently is Celtic, and it's a weird phenomenon. I'll be honest that when other matches are on, I don't even care about watching it. It's all about Celtic for me at the moment, and I'm curious as to whether or not that's a shared sentiment between y'all or not. I mean, is it something that happens to y'all where it's like, who could care less about watching Barcelona and PSG in the Champions League?
Yes.
Or am I just that fucking daft and need to, check myself into an institution somewhere?
No, I agree. I mean, we kind of touched on this a little bit in our show when we came back, but no, I especially in Champions League, when it's like really teams that I don't, care about, I have no interest. There's no, connection, no pull for me. I'd rather watch like an SPFL game that has some kind of something, an Aberdeen versus somebody.
Yes.
And that's not even, because I used to do that when I was younger. I would watch, Saturday, after whatever game, Celtic game, I'd just leave, Fox Soccer Channel on, and whatever games were on, I would just leave it on. Even if it was a replay, and I knew this was the game, I'd just leave it on. I just don't have the thing for that anymore. I just don't care. And that's all sports, either. Like football, I used to do that. Don't care, if it's not my team and it doesn't have any effect on my favorite teams, I just don't really care.
100%. I don't even, it's hard. It really is hard to do anything related to watching a game. The only reason why I watched that Barcelona game, and I didn't even watch it all that closely, I was actually working, I just had it on, I was really, really interested in the history of the game more than I was interested in watching the game. Does that make? Do you follow what I'm saying? I was more interested in seeing if they come back and pull that game. And by the way, I had, and for as much as I hate that motherfucker, I have Neymar and Messi in my whatchamacallit, in my fantasy team in the Celtic fantasy league. So for the Champions League. So I can't watch an EPL game anymore. I can't. It's just fucking boring as fuck.
Like if you want to take a nap, like I wouldn't even have golf on anymore. I just would watch fucking Man City and Southampton. Like that's going to be a complete snooze fest. I mean, it's
nice and quiet for you.
Yeah, it's like it's so weird because I mean, even going back to like last season, after the Celtic match is over with, I flip it over to see what Bundesliga game is on because I would prefer to watch a Bundesliga game over, EPL, obviously. But there have been days when I switched over to NBC and I'm watching, I don't know, Southampton and Chelsea or somebody, and there was like okay, cool, I'm going to try to keep up and watch this. I've got no interest in watching any other team. And besides watching the one-off Champions League game, with my buddy, I could care less what Barcelona do, and I guess I don't know. I guess it's just evolved for me where I'm like, I care about my team and my club, and we're doing so well that there's like no negative energy at the moment with anything going on. I mean, for fuck's sake, we're building a hotel and a museum and all this kind of stuff, and we're just like sticking it to everybody at the moment. And that's all I even care about anymore.
Right.
Is anything that's involved with the club, and I was just curious, and I actually thought about doing like a Twitter poll or something just to see if there are other people specifically this season who
couldn't care less.
Far less interest in other leagues, other teams, just casually watching it on television somewhere. Yep. I don't even want to watch casually, Man City, Liverpool. I could care less.
Yep.
Put on fucking the news or Father Ted or something and watch it instead of some dross EPL game.
You're 100% right. I can't watch it anymore. I can't watch it. I mean, I'd love to turn on and watch a Spanish game before, but I can't take the diving. I can't take the rolling around. I mean, if you're going to tell me that Celtic are worse off or not as good as Stoke, please stop it. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, Chris, let me put it this way: how many of our players? I mean, for as much as people want to bitch about the league that Celtic are in and who they play, and trying to downplay the value of what we have, which is the reason why probably, if you were to ask Celtic fans, do you want to watch anyone else? No, I watch Celtic play every day. I mean, how many of our players are being courted or have been courted or linked to teams moving up? Almost half the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How many of Stoke players were courted to be moved to a team higher up in the division? None of them were. None of them were. And God forbid we ever held on to fucking Virgil van Dijk. Fuck.
But see, even like and I noticed this watching Dortmund yesterday, which was, people are real quick to start slagging on the SPFL about the teams aren't that good, blah blah blah. I'd be willing to bet that in the Scottish Premier League there are harder tackles and people don't do any diving. It's tough. Yeah. It is a physical game in Scotland where they don't play that in La Liga or anywhere else. And
could you imagine?
There's something to be said for teams that come out and play and don't do any diving or whatever. But if a hard tackle comes, guess what? Somebody's popping right back up, and they're going to continue playing. I mean, it's a tough league. And anybody that thinks otherwise is not paying attention, because I swear to God, I watched players yesterday in the Champions League just fall over. Benfica players were just falling over at like the slightest little touch on their back.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to.
That's my point. That's why I can't watch Spanish football anymore. Honestly, can't. I watch it. I'm just like, fuck this. I can't take it anymore. Get him off the ground. Why? There should be no reason why Cristiano Ronaldo is dirty as the goalkeeper.
Exactly.
Why are you dirty, Cristiano?
Exactly.
Oh, I got fouled a dozen times. No, you didn't get fouled. You actually got touched, and then you fell down like a little bitch that you are.
That's not a tackle.
No, I've seen a tackle. Ask James Forrest about his last tackle.
Yeah, or Kieran Tierney's last.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, when he got his fucking tattoo on his leg. Courtesy of Nike. Come on. Just fucking ridiculous. Anyway. So.
I feel better.
I do feel better after that. So speaking of Huns, McCoist has decided to show his nappy little head. Ally McCoist. He made a comment. Dembele's not worth £30 million.
That's right, because he's worth 55.
There you go. I was waiting for someone to catch that one. Yes. That's right. You're right. You fucking go back to Ally McCoist was doing so much better when he was tending to his rose garden. Just go back and go back on gardening leave. Life is so much easier. Don't make me bring Neil Lennon back to punch you in the face. He'll punch you in the face. Dear God. He said that it's like Dembele's not worth 30, and immediately they're like, no, that's right, he's worth 40 now. Just ask Chelsea.
Speaking of Chelsea and signing players,
yes, that's my next comment. Yes.
Nice.
Now, last week, Rev, you and I were talking about Gordon, and were you worried about him signing or not signing? Right? Did you see his press conference today or yesterday?
I didn't see the press conference. I just saw. I think it was on Instagram. Just the picture of him at the table.
Yeah. He actually said in the press conference, he said that it was always going to be signed. It was never a problem. He goes, it was as if his manager after deadline day had gone on vacation.
Yeah.
And that's what they said. By the time they got back, people on vacation coming back, it was just a timing thing. He goes, I was always going to stay. Like, okay. All right. Well, it's 3 more years. So he signed for 3 more years. What is he, 37? Right? Is that right? You guys know?
I think DeVries was 37. He's 34, 35.
Is that how old he is? Once again, we continue to be. He's 34. We continue to be the most underprepared Celtic podcast on the face of the earth. He is 34 years old. He's 34 years old.
I like flying by the seat of my pants.
I know.
I'd much rather be that way, loosey-goosey, and like we can take it any direction we want to.
Exactly.
And like, oh, well, let me give you the stats. I'm da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I don't know those stats. Yeah, I don't know those stats either. So he's 34. So here's a question for you. Do you think he signs? Do you think in a couple of years he re-ups, or do you think they let him move on at 37? Rev.
This is probably it. I don't even know if he'll do the full 3 years. But if he does, I think that'll be it. I think he'll probably retire after 3 years. I mean, who knows? He might still be in good shape. He might still want to play.
Yeah, his knee. By the way, his knee is not as new as people want it to be.
What's that?
His knee is not as new as people want it to be. I mean, his knee has some time on it because he's been, he was hurt before.
Right.
So he said do this year.
What'd you say?
I said he said fuck all to do this
That's
year.
True. That's true.
For 90 minutes.
That's true. That's it. He could open up his own tax reporting company.
Little downward dog.
Downward dog. Craig Gordon's cookies. He bakes them during the game. He bakes cookies in his little his little microwave oven in front of the goal. Oh, wait, hold on, I'll be right back. Don't let these burn. I need to go and make a save. All right, no, just kidding. Just kidding.
Instead of a water bottle, he's got an easy bake oven right there.
He's an easy bake. Yes, an easy bake. I don't see, I don't see him having a lot of, it's just, he's not going to take a beating. Remember when Brad Friedel played for Villa? It's almost as if his, he should be asking his defensive partnership there to go ahead and buy him a flak jacket for Christmas for as many shots as they let people take on him. But he's done really, really well. I mean, you can't beat it for fucking free, can you?
No, well.
How about that?
Especially what's our goal differential, like 52, 53?
Oh, I don't know. It's a good question. Once again, we are fucking useless. Is it? What is it?
Yeah, 57.
57. Our goal differential. Yes, goals for.
Aberdeen
Yep.
is the next best at 26.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
Like, this is FIFA style, like,
yes.
Manager mode on easy, like.
This is FIFA manager mode on easy. You just beating teams with 26-1. You 26-1-0.
Yeah, like you're just going through steamrolling teams 9-0, 8-0.
Every once in a while you get a scare, come back, win 4-2.
You get mad because you don't have a clean sheet during a game. It's like, I can't believe I let up one goal. Like, this is what this season feels like.
So we should tweet that out to Brendan. Say, what's it like with the SPFL on easy mode for FIFA 17?
I'll put up to 74, Brendan. Come on.
Oh my God! So let's see. So Belly's not worth $30 million. Brendan said he doesn't know who the fuck this guy Pedro is. I thought we all know who Pedro is. Isn't Pedro the guy with the heated driveway? I thought. Anyway, already there's questions about this guy. Apparently this new manager wished Celtic congratulations on their trophy, on winning their championship 2015 or whatever. The Huns are off their fucking nut already. Already.
Dude, they never got on their nut.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
For their entire existence.
As the song goes, the Huns are off their nut. That's right. That's it. I had this slight suspicion, like they'll devour this guy. I really do. I just have this feeling that something's going on. I don't know. Why would anyone go anywhere near this job? I don't understand.
Where did he come from?
His team is fourth in the Qatari League or something. I think.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. Or once again, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
No, I remember seeing the announcement, but yeah, I'm just like, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, I got it right. There you go. Yes, I believe he's fourth in the Qatari League at this point in time. Currently in charge of Qatari club Al Gharafa Sports Club. Al Gharafa. Gharafa. There you go. Al Gharafa.
And he takes them immediately?
Yeah, they let him go.
Yeah,
he's out.
That's weird.
Yeah. So let's see the Garafa. Let's see their last matches. They lost on March 2nd, 3-2. They won 2-1. They won 1-0. They lost 2-0. Draw. They lost 3-0. They won 3-0. They drew, they lost 3-0, they won 2-0, and they lost 2-0. Yeah, this team, I don't know what the story is. This guy apparently is really good. I wish him luck. Because God knows we already feel bad for what's-his-face. Graham Murty. Woo! That guy can't get out of there fast enough. He's like, dude, apparently something about he missed his flight to Glasgow already, which is even funnier. So, you know, I don't know what the hell the story is there, but it's pretty fucking funny, man. This guy, good luck to him. I wish him luck. Qatar, let's see. Qatar Stars League, Al Gharafa is 5th, 8 points behind. 8 points behind 4th place. They are 11 wins, 4 draws, 8 losses, with a goal difference of 2. This guy's fucking average, shit bang on average. Good luck to him. Hopefully he gets his next job after getting kicked out of Rangers, and they whatever. Hopefully they go bust him at the end of it. Don't have to worry about them anymore. Anyway, so enough about the manager. You guys want to talk about what we think is going to happen? You guys realize that Rob Kiernan got lucky, got the day off. He lost his appeal today, so he can't play against us. Which
you scared me. I said got lucky. I'm just like, wait a second. I thought he lost his appeal, but okay.
He got lucky. Yeah, he got lucky. Yeah, he doesn't have to play against us. He's lucky because I wanted to see Musa run by him again. What do you think of? What do you think our lineup's going to be, guys?
I don't know, and obviously it really doesn't matter. I mean,
shake them up, throw 11 out there. Let's go.
I mean, would I like to see Brendan really go for it and play 2 up top? Maybe, or do what we've been doing, which is start Musa, and if you need to bring on Griffiths, then you bring on Griffiths, and you change up formations at halftime or whatever. I mean, I guess that's the point that I'm at with a lineup from Brendan is
just let him do so.
Whoever he thinks is a starting 11, they're going to start. But I mean, if he needs to pull some things and change things around, he's going to do that. And I've got full confidence in him that regardless of who he starts, whether he plays 2 up top or whatever.
Right. Well, I think we're going to see basically the same team.
It's kind of a moot point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's 2 spots where you're going to see something a little funky. I think you're going to see basically the same team minus. I think you're going to see Patty instead of Gary Mackay-Steven.
Correct.
And the only other thing that you're going to see different, I think, compared to this past weekend, or maybe not. The question is, you have 3 center backs. In this game, do you go into this game with Dedrick and somebody, or those 2 guys minus Dedrick? That's the question.
I think you go with Jozo and Eric.
Why?
I mean, not why.
Yeah.
I think Boyata's been really good, and he's been really on form in the last couple months, and I think there is a nervous factor sometimes with Boyata. There's been some times that he hasn't been 100%. I mean, he's been good, but he hasn't been like the best center back you've ever seen. So I think just because of that, I think you maybe start Jozo and instead of Boyata. If Jozo's fit, and I'm pretty sure that he is.
No, they are now. Yeah, got to be. Interesting, huh? Rev, what do you think?
I mean, what do you think?
I'm beginning. I don't want to say I'm big. Spit it out. The answer is, I want to believe in Dedrick. How about that?
I do too. Yeah, totally.
And I think, and if Brendan does, that's cool. He's been a force in the area. He scored 2 goals for them and 1 for us, or 2 goals again for us and 1 against us. 3 really good headers. But the thing is, I think for him, even after the own goal, he righted the ship. I mean, he hasn't really done very much to be flaky, to pull an Ambrose, which was what we were worried about last year. So, I think he goes. I think he goes with Dedrick and Eric. There you go. Rev?
I wouldn't be surprised either. I think Filipic was on the bench against St. Mirren. I mean, Boyata had like 80% of the possession in the first half in that game, just with like the
and he looked solid.
The back passes and it.
And he looked solid. He really did. God. You know what I'm afraid of, guys?
I haven't tried to nitpick, but it's even hard if I wanted to, because he hasn't really done too much. He's prone to brain farts.
He has been, and that's listen. And tell me if I'm wrong, and tell me if you guys don't have that same fucking feeling in your taint, as Chris put it earlier. As soon as you trust him, he pulls an Ambrose. The same way, as soon as you said, as soon as the first tweet went out, man, Ambrose is playing really well today, and bam, it happened.
My worry, quotes, my worry with that is like, especially in this kind of a game on Sunday, that if he does have a brain fart and he tries to make up for it real quick with a snap tackle,
right. He'll go down quick. Yep, he'd be the first one red carded, no problem.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, and I think that's the point that I was trying to get to, is that he has developed into a really good center back, and I think a game like on Sunday, where if something happens and you lose a little bit of confidence, there could be a decision that's made, just like Rev just said, like, a hard tackle somewhere and he gets a straight red, and then we're really up shit creek, as far as that goes, because now we're playing with just 10 men, and I'm not saying that we couldn't still overcome that, but I think he needs more time to build his confidence up, and going into a game against Sefco, and it has more to do with the confidence that if he does go to ground with somebody, that he does it in the right way and doesn't get a foul.
Yeah, which he did against St. Mirren. He had that nice tackle at the end.
Yeah. But, and it goes back to a point we've made previously, which is, why hadn't Kolo Toure, been out there? Well, Kolo Toure has been bringing Boyata up, and Joseph, and Eric, and all of that, and I'm of the opinion that may be the best defensive signing that we've had in a long time, is bringing Kolo Toure in, because you can physically see that with your eyes, the center back, and everybody playing defense, that we have played much. I mean, just a complete 180, which we were like a year ago, as far as defense.
Yep. 100%. I agree with you. They are better, and they are better than last year, and they're a lot better in a lot of things. But I think you know what, Rev? I think he does what you said, Rev. I think he goes with the hot hand.
Sure.
I think he goes with the hot hand.
And I'm not even saying like he's going to, or like I have a gut feeling that it's going to happen. It just, I just have this kind of, I guess maybe it's a gut feeling. So that's just like, the way he plays, since he can do that, he's capable of that. the way things are going to be for us on Sunday, that they're going to be looking for anything, to card us for, and any excuse, and you don't want to give them an excuse, and that would be, a prime example.
Right.
But at the same time, that's not to say Siminovich hasn't done that in the past either. So it's kind of a...
Eric has too. Eric has too.
More prone to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, give me a prediction. What do you think? Chris?
4-0.
Damn.
Fucking
damn.
I firmly believe if you get the first goal within the first 20 minutes,
it's just downhill.
That you'll win 4-0.
Rev, you that excited?
I mean, let me say this though.
Good.
I think this game goes 4-0 or 3-0, something along those lines. I think the really difficult game will be at Hamden, where you will see something and it'll be a 1-0 or a 2-1 or something along those lines. I don't think you're going to see as much looking for stuff this game as opposed to the one at Hamden, because if they win this game on Sunday, this coming Sunday, then it really does fuck all for them. It really does fuck all for us.
Right.
But
exactly.
It's the one at the cup that you really have to watch for. So I think if we come out and play as we've been playing, I think you win 4-0 easy.
I think it'll be. I think it'll be a little closer. I'm gonna say like 3-1, something like that. I think they'll probably get one in, cheeky goal somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't be. I don't think it'll be.
Do you think it'll be as bad as the first time we played them?
It wouldn't be that, it won't be blown open like that, but I also don't think it'll be like as tight as it was in the cup. In the League Cup.
The Wii Cup. So you say 3-1. Chris says 4-0. I don't think the refs let us get to 4-0. I see a neat, tidy little 2-0. 1-0 at halftime, another goal at 60, and basically ride it out from there.
You know what? Though, end of the day, as long as we win, that's all I care about.
Yeah. I don't want to. It's like playing golf. I don't want to early call the ball going in the hole, and then it bounces out. And that's the thing. So, Rev, you said 3-1. Give me your 3 goal scorers.
Dembele, Roberts, and Griffiths.
Ooh. You say a 2-1 and then a cheeky late one for the thumb, huh?
For Griff.
There you go. Chris, you want to give me your 4 goal scorers?
Oh, yeah.
Good. I know Patty McCourt's going to score 2 for you. Go ahead.
I'm going to go with Moussa Dembele for 1, Lee Griffiths with 1, and Scott Sinclair with a brace.
There you go. This is a forgotten man. I'm going to go a Dembele and Sinclair. The 2 of them for me. Dembele scores first, just to get it right up, and just to say, no, McCoist, I'm not worth 30. Here's 42 million. Bam. Stick it
That
right
sounds
in
like
your
a
ass.
coupon you have to make right there.
That's exactly right. Bam. Bam. So I have one over-under for you. If our predictions are correct, I'll need an over-under. An over-under on 10, more or less than 10, toilets destroyed at Celtic Park on the away end.
Are they going to be allowed to use the toilets? I mean, they're going to put them in like some outhouses or something.
They might. So here you go. Here's the over/under. 5 cents. The amount of money Rangers actually pays to fix the toilets that they actually destroy. Their fans destroy.
Oh, under for sure.
Under for sure.
They're waiting on the 40.
Did I read that Celtic withheld the ticket money from the last game and said "fuck you"?
Yeah.
Wow. And you noticed there was no legal proceedings to get that cash, right?
Yeah. Oh no.
No. How about that? That's fucking balls. Or a lack of
I
them.
bet they would have needed that money too.
Yeah, they would have. They need that money. Is this guy Kahina or whatever? Is he working for like food stamps or something? What is he? What are they paying him with? Or is that part of the $30 million that I don't know, man. That's crazy. I wouldn't fucking go anywhere near them. Unbelievable. But oh well. So fuck it. It's their choice. That's all I got. You guys got anything you want to add to that?
You see the video of Izzy?
The what?
The video of Izzy?
No, I saw the highlight. I saw the headline. What happened?
They're at Lennoxtown, and it's only like a 9-second clip. It's really short, and they're all coming on to the training pitch coming out of I guess the dressing room, and it's just the players just walking and stuff. And here's the day, and here comes Izzy singing "Let the People Sing" to himself.
Is that the learn Fenian English in one easy step?
Yes, I mean he did a pretty good job, guys, isn't it?
There you go. You know what? I'll tell you this. Considering the first time I ever heard him speak versus now, he's actually done really well getting his English down, and that's tough for a guy who, for someone who has been immersed in one language and then moving to English. That's and as an adult, that's impressive. For
and moving to a place like that with a hardcore accent.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
Oh yeah.
Pronounced English or whatever the call, proper accent.
Oh yeah.
It's a hard ass accent.
You know he looks at people the same way your dog looks at you when you're jerking off. Like that, he gets the ears up and turns his head. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's got to have that same look. He has to. Because there's no way. He's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. All I asked for was a glass of water, and you gave me, whatever. It's got to be. He's done a good job, but I guarantee you that most of what he listens to, he's going like, what the fuck are you talking about? Has to be. Has to be. Chris, you got anything you want to add?
I mean, this was the Celtic Games weekend, so I'm going to give a
yes. Go ahead and talk about that for a minute.
to the United States to Big G and Eddie and all those guys from Scotland that have made it over. I hope you all have a wonderful time. They're up in the Bronx this evening. We'll be going down to Wildwood tomorrow, meet up with all the Plowboys, Sean Brennan. Everybody's going to be out in Wildwood. I'm glad I couldn't swing it this time around due to some circumstances, and I hope they all have a wonderful weekend and really just have a ball.
Yeah, I saw Big G's picture of him looking down on Times Square. It's pretty cool. That was good. I hope they enjoy it. Should be a blast. I hope the boys enjoy it. By the way, is it daylight savings this weekend?
Yeah, good point. Oh shit!
So that means the game's actually at 8?
8 o'clock. Woo!
Is that right? Did I see that right?
Yeah. Huh. No, it definitely is. And
Yeah, game's at 8. Yep. I just looked it up. 8 o'clock. So we get extra hours. Chris! There you go. You get to go ahead.
I will be live. Let's be honest here. I'll be live for that.
Now, Rev, tell me about your Provo provisions.
Yeah, so well, I don't want to spoil, but there's 20, and I'm unprepared with it. We're supposed to get
what's up? We get some snow
tomorrow, then snow Sunday. Now it's just snow tomorrow, but it's supposed to be like a dusting or whatever. Now they're talking like 4 inches tomorrow. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's been warm. It's been like upper 50s, 60s. The past couple of days, so who knows if it'll actually stick. But just in case, I'm prepared.
There you go. He's ready. He is ready. You know what? I'm going to be alone.
I wait till game day to put that out there.
Yes. I'm going to be all by myself this weekend. I have no one here to watch the game with, which isn't bad or good, just by myself. So, I don't know what I'm going to do in the morning. I think I'm going to get up, maybe make some breakfast, and then, I don't know, I don't have any Buckfast here, so I guess I'll just have to drink scotch at 8 o'clock.
Oh, no. First world problems.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
I can neither confirm nor deny there's Buckfast in my house.
Hold on, let me handle that one there for everyone in Speakerland. I can confirm he has Buckfast in his house.
Well, the bottle that I had from November is gone. We're on to another bottle.
That's funny. The bottle I had is gone. So, yeah, I think we'll enjoy the rest of Sunday. So, like Chris said, any victory will be a welcome victory, considering we're hunting for 4 in a row.
So
4 victories in a row. Let's see. Let's hunt for 4 in a row. Hunting for 4 in a row. But anyway, so anything else you boys want to add?
Fuck Atlanta United.
Fuck it. What is up with that?
Oh, there you go.
What is up with that? For you guys for people who don't realize, there's this thing in America called MLS. I don't know if you guys know this or not. It sucks. Except for Rev likes it. Rev likes his Red Bulls. I get that. But once again, I think, Chris, and I think this goes to your point, I can't watch an MLS game.
Well, let me explain first. People here in the greater Atlanta, Georgia area, people have really, their eyes are awakened, and they found this new thing and this sport and this, that, and the other, and people have been and are continually coming up to me because I'm obviously a soccer fan, and they're like,
what do you think of Atlanta?
Why don't you want to go to the game with us, and why don't you want to? I'm like, I don't think you understand the circumstances in which Atlanta United was born was basically out of thin air. It was Arthur Blank, who owns the Atlanta Falcons, the NFL team. Basically, his grandson one day said, "Hey, Grandpa, I really would like a soccer team to watch," and they did, whatever, and they invented this thing, right? And for the life of me, it's been fun to watch people's heads explode when I explain to them that it has nothing to do with the sport as to why I will not support them. And they don't understand. More to the point, when I tell people that the reason that I support Celtic has nothing to do with the actual sport, but
Right.
the club ethos and how the club found me and how big of a supporter I really am. I just watched their heads explode, and they're like, well, we don't have the talent and blah, 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 but that's what we're trying to get to, and we can't all be like Europe, and da-da-da-da. I was like, look, I don't think you understand. I don't want to be like Europe. You do you, man. This has nothing to do with me. Like, if there was anything that could have been said about Atlanta United is that they should have promoted the NASL team, the Silverbacks.
Yep.
They should have promoted them and poured all 55,000 people that were at Georgia Tech last week.
Where were they when the Silverbacks needed support?
Yeah. I would have been. I don't want to say I would have been on the wagon, but at least I would have been like, cool. That would be something cool to do if I wanted to drive to Atlanta to go see live football. But the fact of the matter is that the way they went about everything was completely wrong, and the reaction that I have gotten from people that are now Atlanta United supporters, I really could care less. I mean, I want them to fail as a club because of the way they act. Period.
There you go. They're nothing more than manufactured in a petri dish.
Yeah. But see, I mean,
biogenetically engineered.
I just, it's mind-boggling. But more importantly, when I express why and how or whatever, it's so foreign to people. And it's not that I'm saying I'm better than anybody else or everybody should have my opinion. It's just that I'm a type of individual that is based on a set of principles, and I follow my principles, and I really don't, if it doesn't concern me, then it doesn't concern me. But I follow a strict set of principles in my life of how to treat people, how to conduct myself, and the things to support. And to be confronted with people because I'm in, Georgia, and we now have a pro MLS team, people can't put two and two together of why I don't support them. And I'm like, dude, I've already got a club, and my club plays in Glasgow, Scotland, and you're not going to change that. Like, no matter how much you're going to give me stuff to go and be a part of the Atlanta United, fun club or whatever, I'm not going to support them, period.
No.
And to watch people melt down when you tell them those types of things, it's so foreign to them. And,
they're a Hun club to start with.
Well, yeah, they are a Hun club.
They're a Hun club. Already the league's already all over them because of I don't think Punto. I mean, I don't know. I guess I find there's a thing that they say punto when somebody kicks the goal kick, and that's considered to be in English. That's considered to be a homophobic slur. And the Spanish and Rev, I guess you speak more to this, but the Spanish-speaking people don't feel it that way. There's a big back and forth about it. So apparently, the fans in Atlanta want to say punto when that happens, when the goal kick takes place. I mean, obviously those fans are soccer fans. I mean, where'd that shit come from? It's just weird.
It's I think it happened in like Mexico and stuff.
Yeah, more Mexico.
I mean, there's a chant. It's not uncommon. A couple of years ago, it used to be "You suck, asshole."
You suck, asshole.
MLS. That was, the prevalent thing. And I think even U.S. fans did that. But MLS had it's called "Don't Cross the Line." So it's a drive to eliminate, homophobia, racism, blah, blah, blah. Not really sexism because it's a, male sport, but, stuff along those lines. And Robbie Rogers, came out as, openly gay player, and he left the league and then he came back. So, I think he's still playing now, but nonetheless, actively gay player in the MLS. So basically saying, Puto is, faggot, whatever. So not too happy about that. Obviously, they're making the argument, not really calling somebody that, it's just, demeanor, but, just trying to demean them, but it's like you're demeaning them by, calling them a homosexual slur, so it's like, what is it?
Yeah.
Now, if you're just calling them like an asshole or something like that,
a little different, yeah.
Okay, that's different. But, so, yeah.
But why? I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like, why? It just already, like Chris says, it just goes to that group already. And especially after the people that we met in Athens wearing that shit to start with. That's even fucking worse. So.
Well, and what did that guy say when he came up to us? I mean, he approached us wearing an Atlanta United jersey, and me, Doc, and Sean Brennan all had Celtic gear on, and immediately his first thing was, "Oh yeah, I'm a Rangers supporter." Oh really? And you're wearing a Atlanta United jersey? Guess what? I'm linking the two together the same way I did with Charleston Battery when Sevco came over here to the U.S. over the summer, and they played the Charleston Battery. Guess what? It's Charleston Battery.
They're
I'm not making any distinctions. It doesn't have borders for me. Is that if you're going to take that type of approach and you're going to say, racial or homosexual slurs against other people,
you just prove your
I'm
point.
going to take that you're proving my point exactly. So, the first thing that guy said is like, "Oh yeah, I'm also a Rangers supporter."
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Go find another hole to go play in. Especially like in the middle of the road. Hey, Chris, you want to laugh? You realize the guy who was in charge of hosting Rangers for the Charleston Battery this summer is a Celtic man.
Oh, okay. Well,
no joke. No joke. Yeah, I actually last year for the Cup semi. Last year for the Cup semi, he was up here. He coaches in Charleston, and he coaches a club team, and he was up in Myrtle Beach that weekend for the game. He saw that we posted on Twitter. He listens to the show, so he knows who he is. He came to the bar that we watched, showed that we screened the game at last year, and had a great old time. He told me that he was working for the Charleston Battery, and that he was going to be the guy hosting. Later on, I found out later he was the guy hosting, and when I asked him about it, he's like, "Yeah, it sucked ass. I really just didn't say anything." When they found out I was Scottish, they immediately figured out what I was. So they give you shit. He's like, "No, they really didn't say very much, but they didn't talk to me either." So it's actually pretty funny. So he basically kept his head down and say shit the entire time.
Then I'm just going to defer to like good guy, wanker, good guy, wanker.
Yeah. But to agree with you on that side of it, the Charleston Battery did partner with Atlanta United, so yes, they are a hung club as far as I'm concerned now.
I mean, it bothers me when people just openly think of the commercialization and they're just like, "Oh yeah, no, it's fine." They don't even play the same. Like, no, that's not the way it works. Like, if you got your team, you got your team. You're not gonna switch and just be like,
"Nope,
cool, I'm an Atlanta United supporter." Nope. Oh really? Well, tell me about their club's foundation. Oh well, Arthur Boying's grandson really wanted a club in Atlanta, so
so he bought one.
That's it.
So he bought one.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
it's tough. Listen, I get it. I want when MLS came out, I wanted to be a New York, New Jersey Metro Stars fan, but I couldn't bring myself to do that, considering I grew up, because I am that old, that I grew up going to watch Pele play at Giant Stadium. Giorgio Canaglia, Pele, the whole entire time. I saw all of them play at Giant Stadium. And I was a back then I was a Cosmos fan. I can't, I won't get into MLS until the Cosmos are in it. Just won't.
Well, and I'm not begrudging anybody that genuinely wants to be a part of the MLS squad. I don't want my hatred of Atlanta United to cloud anybody's judgment. I mean, I still would like the MLS to do well, but the question becomes: at what point do you get lumped into a set of supporters just because of your relative proximity to a club? And
yep.
That to me speaks more to just an over commercialization of the sport itself. And I don't want to begrudge anybody for supporting MLS. I think it's great. I think it's healthy. I think it's a good thing, and that years down the road you can look back to 2017 and be like, oh, cool, man. I was a Red Bulls fan or whatever from birth until death or whatever. That's cool. I want that. But the amount of and I don't want to use the word abuse, the amount of criticism that I got because I didn't want to participate in Atlanta United for a completely different reason, it was really bothersome to me because no one understands, and it takes a club like Celtic that is not, the sole reason of why I support Celtic is not because of, just the players and just the team. It's the overall club. It's the club ethos. It's the way things are done, and it has nothing to do with the on the pitch things. Does that make sense?
No, it's
I'm just rambling just to hear myself talk.
No. I think you're 100% correct. I know this. Some Celtic fans may have turned it off by now, but if you're still listening, this is. No. And I mean, because it should kind of talk about MLS, but this is really what fans here, like Celtic fans here, deal with. I mean, true Celtic fans when they're talking, not I mean supporters, like as Brendan would say, supporters. But what I'm saying is that when we talk about the club, this is how we really talk about the club. Seriously,
yeah.
I mean, it's so different from anything else. I mean, Rev and I are Yankee fans. I don't talk about the Yankees like this. Rev, do you talk about the Yankees like this? You talk about Red Bulls like this? I mean, you like both. You don't talk about either one like that. I mean, you enjoy both, and you really, really get into both. But I don't. Not the same way. It just isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you start talking to people about it, it's crazy. They think you're crazy.
So what Chris is saying, I get exactly what you're saying, but I'm used to it like from the flip side because I understand, what other people are trying to do, like the kind of recruiting, get others involved and all that. But I'm used to the rejection, and kind of I accept it like really easily, either because used to the team historically sucking, or people not wanting to get involved in MLS. Or people not wanting to get involved in the team simply, because of the name and connotations with that and everything. So I'm like, yeah, sure, hey, you're into soccer. Have you checked out this team? No, I'm not into it because XYZ. Okay, cool. The end.
Yeah, and what's weird is that it made me feel like I was some kind of quote soccer snob, like. Well, the ML, like that's the way it made me feel like I was painted into, and that couldn't be further from the truth. It's just that because I didn't want to try to be a part of Atlanta United, I have to this is a new thing for me because it's new for all of these people too. And they don't understand that the reason I don't want to be a part of Atlanta United or supporting my local MLS team, it has more to do than the actual sport. And I think that's the thing that people, especially here in Georgia, I mean, let alone the U.S., I mean, you've got to understand, I mean, we're talking about Atlanta, Georgia, not, New York or Chicago, where they've had an MLS team for a number of years, and even before the MLS, there were other teams that actually played the sport, and so you already had that culture. Whereas here, there was a run of a semi-pro team in like the late '60s or whatever in Atlanta, but other than that, there really hasn't been anything other than the Silverbacks for a number of years or whatever. But I don't like being painted as a snob when I know in my heart that I'm not.
Right.
And I think that's the thing that I'm just kind of dealing with.
Right.
Is that people perceive me to be snobbish because I don't want to participate, and they're like, "Well, I don't understand." I'm like, well, it's because you've got to know the entire backstory to Celtic for me to understand where I'm at with it.
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Yeah.
Where's my snake? Give me some good old Southern love. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Preach it. I need a tambourine.
I plead the fifth.
To your point, I guess that's the other thing too. Like, and not to like put down Atlanta, but it seems like out of nowhere, here comes like this carpetbagger team in Atlanta, and it's like it just seems so like even more manufactured and everything.
Atlanta FC United Real. Locomotive.
It's that there didn't seem to be a true grassroots organic formation of this thing.
No.
I mean, there were certain circles in Atlanta, like the Terminus Legion, which is just a supporters group or whatever for bringing an MLS team here.
Didn't matter who it was. Just bring me something.
Let me cut in real quick. The thing that happens now with MLS and expansion teams, and that it is the way it is, and it really kind of gets to me, is like there's, and then you just said it, like there's supporters clubs for teams that don't even exist yet, and they're just, and this has been going back since like 2010. It started with Philly, the Sons of Ben. Like, they existed to just be like, look, we're here, we exist, give us a team, please, and that was it. So there's no, like, proper formation, there's a team, people get together, we're all, we all know each other now, we all became friends, let's put a group together, let's paint some flags together, let's...
Well, the big difference is those supporters groups feel like they are the grassroots team that started it all because they've campaigned together for years for MLS to finally notice them, so they bring them a team. Which is totally different from supporting a club from a bunch of 8-year-olds now creating a USL team that turns into all the way up into an MLS team because they got promotion, and you watched and you had your kids play for the team, you had your friends play for the team is part of the community for 15, for 4, 5, 8, 10 years, whatever they are, and then all of a sudden now you have it. They're just, it's just like instant club, just at MLS.
The other dimension to that, however, is that these clubs are sponsored by the organization themselves.
Of course.
So like the money they get for everything, it's not even like, the team's just like, we'll give you the money, do a banner, da. It's, they're basically, regulated, and it's like the team, it's cyclical. So it's like, the fans are there, the organization, like the higher ups let's just say the president of the supporters club is actually a representative of the team itself, trying to bring the team to the city. So it's like they're just patting themselves on the back,
right?
And it's just all cyclical like that,
right? Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So,
totally different. Compared to
that's me being snobbish on like my group instead of the real group, but like that's the model that it's been since like 2010, really.
Can't have it, man. Those people do nothing for me, and then they act like that in their first game. Hun Club. Say it, Chris.
Yeah, they're total Huns, and they don't support the Republican movement. So.
And their chants suck too.
Yeah,
and their chants suck too. There you go. Make up your new shit, man. Make up new shit. Make up new shit. Don't give me punto. Come on. Give me something cool. Give me something like, I don't know, Supertramp.
This is Atlanta. You better watch your mouth.
Yes. Give me something like Supertramp. Give me a song from Supertramp. That's right. They can't do that yet because they don't even know the fuck is playing for them. Never mind. I take that back. You can't have a supporter song for your team because you don't know what the team is yet.
Yeah, well, this one guy sent me a video of some Atlanta supporters. They're like, I don't see how you can't get into that. And I was like, hold on. And I pulled up a video. It was like I think it was last week or something. But up at ICT and it was just a grainy video or whatever.
Hello, everybody. Well, I guess that ends the call. I don't know what happened there. So, everyone. That is Chris. Take care. Rev, take care. It looks like our go-to-meeting connection shit the bed. So, we start with issues. We end with issues. But anyway, so I guess Rev says 3-1. Chris says 4-0. I say a 2-0, cheeky little 2-0. Anyway, so hell, everybody, have a great weekend. Enjoy Sunday's game, and I agree that we all wish that it was nothing but a 3-0 victory with a hat trick by Patty McCourt. Anyway, hell, everyone, good night. Take care. Have a great time. Take care. Bye-bye.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the Rangers used to make me smile. With Seabow and Frank de Boer, they were shite and they were poor, and maybe we were happy for a while. You spent what you could not afford, bought titles by a cut-up board. Then the taxman came to light, sent by the Queen to our delight. I can't remember if I cried, tears of joy I could not hide, but something touched me deep inside the day the Rangers died. So bye-bye, let the Rangers die. Oh, we're heading for a bevy, let the Guinness run dry. Those good old boys in the fields of Athenry, singing, this'll be the day that you die. This'll be the day that you die. Now we can't choose a club we love, but we had faith in God above. We even tried to tell you so. Now you just love this stuff. In fact, we just can't get enough. Every day in the news, another dig at those cheat and blues. Well, you were sold for just a single buck on a pack of lies, now you're out of luck. But you know we couldn't give a fuck the day the angels died. So bye-bye, let the rangers die. Oh, we're heading for a baby, let the Guinness run dry. Those good old boys in the fields of earth and rye, singing, this'll be the day that you die. This'll be the day that you die. So bye-bye, let the rangers die. Oh, we're heading for a baby, let the Guinness run dry. Those good old boys in the fields of earth and rye, singing, this'll be the day that you die. This'll be the day that you